Hey guys, I'm back again with another r/ProRevenge, and this one is titled, I thought she was checking in for a one night stand. Boy was I glad to be wrong. Let's get right into it. I'd been working as a front desk agent for about a week. It's my first time working at a hotel, so I'm still learning the ropes even though I'd previously worked as a check-in agent for a cruise line. I'm working the afternoon shift and things have been pretty slow. Couple of check-ins here and there and that's about it. It's about 7 p.m. when this lady, we'll call her Libby, comes in and after taking things out at the valet, makes her way over to me. We exchange greetings and she tells me that she would like to reserve a room, but only for a couple of hours. Obviously, we're not a motel, so I let her know the minimum amount of time she could reserve a room for would be a full night. After asking what the price would be, $240, which is way too much for the kind of hotel I work at, by the way, she agrees and hands me her credit card. This is where things get weird. As soon as I ask her for ID to make the reservation, Libby backtracks and says that she doesn't want her name anywhere on the reservation and would like to make it under the name of the guy who will be joining her later instead. I pause for a moment, and after asking her again if she was planning on using the room as well, I tell her that I at least need to put her name into the accompanying list for the room. I reassure her that only the employees would be able to see said list and that no, the guy she was planning to meet wouldn't see it. I would like to make it very clear that throughout this whole interaction, Libby has been super composed, kind, and understanding. At this point, however, I'm just thinking she's here for a one-night stand and does not want the dude to know anything about her because she's probably married or something. Which I can work with, sure, but why not just actually get a motel lady? This theory of mine is further solidified when Libby asks me to make a note in the reservation so that if at any point we need to address her by name around a dude, we wouldn't call her by her real name, and instead she gives me a fake name, or so I thought, to address her by. At this point, I'm obviously bewildered, but still trying to be accompanying and trying really hard not to let it show how much I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Laugh my ass off. We go through the rest of the check-in process, and she even goes as far as showing me a pic of the dude, so I'll know who he is when he comes in. I hand her the keys and she heads to her room. About an hour later, mystery dude walks in. Let's call him Jake. My coworker, who has no clue of anything, ends up checking him in, so I don't really get to see much of Jake. To be honest, at this point, I still wasn't giving the whole thing much thought, other than that's a bit weird, lol. Not even 30 minutes have passed since Jake went up when Libby comes back down and hands me both keys. They'd both received one key each, says thank you in the most serious yet cordial way, and then walks off. Multiple thoughts went through my mind as this lady was making her way to the valet. 1. That was way too fast even for a quickie. 2. Why the heck did she give me 2 keys? Where's Jake? 3. Libby, please tell me you didn't murder Jake. Security is standing behind me, staring Libby down, probably having the same thought process as I am. The supervisor for security usually spends the night hanging out at FD. My coworker and I are whispering with each other, still trying to figure out what the heck happened, because that did not look like a lady who had just had a pleasant romp in the sheets. Cue Jake coming down the stairs, and okay, we can breathe, he's not dead. Now, what happened next, we couldn't see because we suddenly had an onslaught of distressed passengers, like 30. I wanted to die, so I thought I wouldn't find out what the heck had actually happened between Libby and Jake. But then, The worker from the valet came over, and boy did he have some tea to spill. Turns out that Libby had gone as far as asking valet guy to park her car in a way that the license plate wouldn't be visible. Why? Because turns out that Jake is Libby's husband. And you might be asking yourself by this point, why has this lady gone through so much trouble to hide anything that might give her identity away from her husband? Well, dear reader, because the alias that Libby gave me just so happened to be the name of the girl Jake was cheating on her with. This woman somehow got her cheating ass husband to believe that his girlfriend had booked them a sweet, sweet night at the hotel only for him to show up and find his wife sitting on the bed instead. This BAMF of a woman came back downstairs after probably massacring the heck out of this idiotic boy with not a hair out of place, and calmly had the valet bring both of their cars back, and then patiently waited for Jake to get his sorry ass back to the lobby so that she could extend her hand and demand their house keys from him. She then got in her car and just drove away. The only thing that would have made this even better was if Jake's girlfriend had also been there to tear into him as well. I like to think she had a part to play in this whole thing, since how else would Libby have managed to trick him into getting to the hotel? Point is, this woman is all I aspire to be. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.